Fossil fuel is a general term for buried geologic deposits of organic materials formed from decayed plants and animals that have been converted to oil, coal, and natural gas by exposure to heat and pressure in the Earth's crust over hundreds of millions of years. There are three types of fossil fuels: natural gas, coal, and oil. Natural gas is a naturally occurring hydrocarbon mixture consisting primarily of methane. It's a product of decomposed organic matter from plants. Over millions of years, the organic matter becomes buried under layers of sediment and becomes sealed off in an oxygen-free environment. The exposure to increasing heat and pressure causes the matter to undergo a thermal breakdown process, resulting in the formation of hydrocarbons. Moving on to the advantages and disadvantages of natural gas energy production. It's relatively cheap, easy to transport and store, and is readily available for residential use. However, it could be toxic and flammable, is expensive to install upfront, and could potentially harm the environment. Coal is composed primarily of carbon along with variable quantities of other elements, primarily hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen, and nitrogen. There are three ranks, anthracite being the most pure and rare, and lignite being the most impure and weakest in terms of energy output. The energy in coal comes from giant plants that lived hundreds of millions of years ago in swampy forests. When these giant plants died, they formed layers at the bottom of swamps. Over thousands of years, pressure and heat would build up on the top of plant remains and sediments, undergoing chemical and physical changes while pushing out the oxygen. The remains from this process is what we call coal. Advantages and disadvantages of coal energy production. Easy extraction process, and all the mining from coal energy production opens up many job opportunities. On the flip side, it produces lots of carbon emissions, digging for coal destroys the environment, and the heavy machinery causes noise pollution. Oil is a type of fossil fuel that consists of hydrocarbons and other organic compounds. It's formed when large quantities of dead organisms like fish and algae are buried underneath sediments and are subjected to both intense heat and pressure. The resulting petroleum is then extracted through drilling. The advantages and disadvantages of oil energy production are: it's easy to produce and refine and has a variety of uses. However, it's non-renewable, which in turn results in inflated prices and geopolitical issues.